made any roads towards reconciliation and acknowledging them a dead issue.
It's official. Let's cancel Brian McKnight. No R&B tours. I don't want to see him nowhere.
Hey beautiful people, how y'all doing today? Together Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is people's reaction to Brian McKnight's response to the whole Brian McKnight children drama that has been going on. So if you don't know what's going on, go check out my previous video and the other video I did on Brian McKnight and the whole drama that is going on with his biological older children and his new family, is him naming his newborn Brian McKnight Jr., meaning he has two sons with the name Brian McKnight. Anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out those videos so you get up to date to what we're talking about here. This has gotten the internet talking and everybody has a lot to say. Some people, even in the video I posted yesterday, some people were like, they didn't see anything wrong with what he did, that those are adult children. Why some people were just calling him he's a deadbeat dad and all that. Anyway, guys, today's video, we're going to hear other people's thoughts on this.
I never abandoned anyone. Our estrangement was mutual, but those...
Brian, respectfully, I hear a bunch of shit coming out of your mouth. Respectfully. I hear a lot of blaming them for your... You see, Brian, you are their father. So whatever you believe about their lifestyle is a reflection on you, not on them. You are their father. When I got into the relationship I've been in for 21 years, I walked in with 4 children. She walked in with 4 children. We have 8 kids together. At no point did I ever think about turning my back on my children. Never. Did I get along with them, with the mothers of my children? No, I didn't. Our relationship soured. I'm not going to blame all of it on them. They're not going to blame it all on me. We just did not get along. But that did not change the fact that my responsibility was as a father. I'm the one that created these children. They are in the world because of me. So my responsibility is to them. When they needed, I gave it to them. Did we always have the greatest relationship? No. And I had to swallow my pride and say I was wrong, because those are kids. They're adults now, but they were kids at the time. It wasn't on them to be there for me. I was supposed to be there for them. What I'm hearing from you is a whole lot of, well, it's their fault. And the fact that nobody cares that you got married again. Who gives a shit? But you had a responsibility. A responsibility, Brian. Those are your kids. And I hear a whole lot of excuses coming out of you. That's bruh. You don't like their lifestyle. That's a reflection on you. Instead of love, affection, care, encouragement, you supplanted that with money. And you're mad now that your children are a reflection of that. That's your problem, bruh. You are the ones that shaped the children that you are now just... Mutual estrangement? No. You walked out. Don't use fancy words, bruh. You walked out. There's no mutual estrangement. You're their father. That's your job. The moment you lay down with their mother and created them, you were responsible for them. So whatever they turned out to be, good, bad, or fucking indifferent, is a reflection on Brian McKnight and not the other way around. The fuck is wrong with you? And y'all, you're making excuses? Bruh, miss me with that. Miss me all the with that shit. Father to father. Get on, man. Get out of here. Get out.
Hear my name while still carrying it, hoping to use it for their own benefit.
The way I used to crush on Brian McKnight, I used to think he was so fine, so charming, so wonderful, and I wanted to marry this man. I wanted to be his lady. And to see him carry himself like this is so heartbreaking. These kids that he dogs out so much, you made them. Like you created them. And I'm assuming because he seems to be so detached from his kids that he probably wasn't there to raise them because his career may have come first. This is me just assuming. Now you cutting your kids out of reaping the benefits of your career, and then you want to dog them out for using your name. So you probably weren't there to raise them. You're not going to give them any money. And then you dog them out for using your last name. What was the benefit of them being your children? What did they get out of being your child? And then you're online posting about your new family, like throwing it in their face that they don't matter to you. Keep in mind, this man sang some of the most beautiful love songs in the world. I cannot imagine being a woman looking at my husband knowing he treats his own flesh and blood like that. I cannot imagine it. And of course, this is not her responsibility, not her fault, but it's such an unattractive trait. It's so disgusting to like, sir, why would you do that to your kids like that? Ugh. Every time I see one of these videos of Brian McKnight being so just careless with his children's hearts, I just remember sitting there playing his CDs over and over and over again. And that's the man who is behind the song. Oh my God.
Our estrangement was mutual, but those posts made any roads towards reconciliation and acknowledging them a dead issue.
So that clip showed Brian McKnight's attempt at beating the deadbeat dad allegations. But I think it's a bad idea to continue to make statements that could potentially offend your target demographic, Black women. Black women are the one who fill up his concert seats and play his songs at their wedding. And we tend to not take kindly to men who are evil to their children. And the funny thing is, his kids haven't mentioned him in years. He brought this backlash upon himself by continuing to taunt his children on social media, by subtly posting insults disguised as praise for his new children. Well, if he has any fans left, I'm sure there will be some discounted Brian McKnight tickets coming to you.
Brian McKnight is shaken, and he's been in the news for being a deadbeat dad for the past couple weeks now, but I stayed off of him. I'm officially sick of his stuff. Let's talk about it. So Brian McKnight has abandoned his Black children, the children that he created for his new Hawaiian family. I know everybody be calling his wife a white woman, but this is an Asian Pacific Island woman. Although Brian McKnight does like an Asian woman, he's like one for years. For like 20 years, he was married to a Black woman to where he conceived 2 sons. They used to be in the group called McKnight. These are the 2 sons, Nico and Brian McKnight Jr. Hold on to that. He also had a daughter named Brianna McKnight that he conceived with an Asian lady while he was still married to the original Black lady that created these 2, okay? So also, hold on to that. This is the post he made about the daughter that is not his, no genetic makeup. This is not even a Black child. This is his new wife's daughter, and he literally put in the post, "I became a girl dad because of you." Although his daughter Brianna is in her late 20s, she's big and grown. She actually sued her dad. Ooh, and let me tell y'all why it's so messy. This is his actual daughter, his blood daughter, who is half Asian herself. This is Brianna, and she sued him for defamation a few years ago because Brian McKnight was running around telling everybody that she was in a sexual relationship with her older cousin. She sued him for defamation, and they settled. And the settlement shows that Brian McKnight knew he was wrong. He gave that lady some money so they could end this little court battle. But to do that was not only sick, it was very telling of the protection that you do not have over your actual child. Now, everybody's running around saying, oh, Brian McKnight wants to be Asian. He's fully acclimated. He don't want his Black kids at all. But the thing is, this girl is Black and Asian too. So what kills me about it is that should be an alert to his new wife. If he's going to play his children that are half black and Asian like your children because he's not messing with the mama anymore, what do you think in 20 years he's going to do to your kids? Do you think your kids are going to be exempt because they Hawaiian? No, I don't think so. I brought that point up because I don't want it to be just about colorism. This is a deeper story of self-hate. This is why I go out of my way. When men get to talking to me about light skin, long hair, all of that goofy stuff, I do not date them. I do not like that. That is a term off to me. You're not going to fetishize me and put me in some weird box because you do not like the color of your skin or you don't like having an African lineage. It's a red flag and y'all got to watch out for stuff like that. Now I'm dragging Brian McKnight because he came out today and said that some people can't handle him being happy, that the decision for him to disown his children was mutual. I don't believe that for a second. Everybody needs their dad. It's official. Let's cancel Brian McKnight. No R&B tours. I don't want to see him nowhere.
I never abandoned anyone. Our estrangement was mutual, but those...
If you listen closely, you'll hear the sound of deadbeat fathers around the world writing that one down. Ooh, that was a bar. You know how crazy it is to look your child in the face and say, it doesn't serve me anymore to be your father? Nuts. He said, we're consciously uncoupled from parenthood. The kids was asking, do I ever cross your mind? He said, no. Anytime? No, no time at all. Is this sad? Yes. Is it funny? Also, yes. You know that tweet that said, what if the baby got bad vibes? He took it very literally. I really want to send it to my dad. Yeah, it's fucked up, but why don't we just take the trauma, double it, and send it to the next guy?
I never abandoned anyone. Our estrangement was mutual, but those...
What's good, TikTok fam? So, another accept episode of a lot to unpack on this one. So in the last few days, I've been kind of paying attention to this whole Brian McKnight thing. Some of you all know that this dude got me through high school. You know, I love his music and everything like that. Let's dive into this. Okay. So, I don't do a lot of drama and stuff like that. I just comment on things. That's all I do. And so this one kind of hits home a little bit only because, you know, he's one of my favorite singers. Watch the whole video, do your research, but I'll shorten it. So Brian McKnight was divorced, I want to say maybe 15 years ago, something like that. You know, that album U-Turn said it all, you know, where do we go from here? You know, songs like that. Since then, he claims that his family that he had before has been dragging his name through the mud, estrangement, things like that. The family didn't want anything to do with him. And at this juncture, what it is that he wants nothing to do with that. Now, as a father myself, that would be very difficult. But in another breath, I kind of agree with him. Because if my children and my wife, who then becomes my ex-wife, wants nothing to do with me, I cannot control that. Whether it was something that was legitimate or it was whatever, you know, a lie or whatever on me, I can't control that. So the only thing that you can do is move on. If you've tried and tried and tried, and they still want nothing to do with you, move on. They got your name. Okay, you know, that's all they get. You know, for all I care, they could change their name. Because you have no control over what they do or say or whatever the case may be. So he's got a valid point. You can't do nothing about it. So if he wants to continue on with his new wife and his new infant son and name his son Brian, and you're sitting up there crying about it or being upset about it, I don't mean to use the term cry, but be upset about it, and yet you don't want nothing to do with this man, then why do you care? Something to think about. Lots to unpack.
So please go ahead and share your own thought down in the comment section, because that's what we do here. We have conversation. Which of these people do you agree with and who you disagree with? Go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. Love to hear from you. But please, please, please do it respectfully. You don't have to disrespect anybody for you to air your opinion. So let's be respectful down in the comment section. So for me, here's my thought. Like I said in the video I posted yesterday, talking about how I have somebody in my life like this. The person is actually my father, that feels that everything has to do with money, and the only way he can control you is by money. My father will, if you pick up the phone and you call my father, "Hello, dad, how are you?" The first thing my father will say out of his mouth is that, "Oh, if it's money I don't have," because it thinks that everybody is out to get his money. This is why I can relate it to Brian McKnight, because he literally feels like his other children are after his money, and him talking about how they are using his name. Like, these are your children using your name. What name are they supposed to use? You brought them into this world. So what name are they supposed to use? And some people were saying that, oh, the children are grown children, so they should go walk themselves and all that. I totally like, yes, they are grown, they are doing their own thing. But do you know that it was Brian McKnight that drew this attention to himself? These children were living their best life. They called him out like 3 years ago, and since then, nobody has actually said anything. He was the one that triggered everybody to start talking about this when he decided to name his newborn Brian McKnight. That's Brian McKnight the third. So he was one that is drawing this attention. Even his ex-wife, she's not even saying anything. Anyway, guys, this is the video she posted.
Hi, family. Just here to say thank you. We appreciate you. We see you. We hear you. We feel it. We thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your strength. Thank you for your stories that let us know that you understand and that everything is experienced to help others. You find your tribe. You get stronger. It's life. And I've learned that the best way to go through it, the best way to endure it, the best way to learn from it, the best way to prosper in it is to elevate. Stay positive. Doesn't mean you don't get upset. It doesn't mean that you don't want to, you know what I mean? But don't lower your vibration. Raise it. It's almost the weekend, y'all. Come on. We love you and we appreciate you. And we're all right.
He's the one drawing the attention to himself. The children don't need this attention. But him, he just wants to be so bitter and rub it in the children's face that he has a new family, that they mean nothing to him. For me, he just being spiteful doing this and very petty. But it's so sad personally, because I feel like, why are you being petty? You're the father here in this equation. So why are you trying to be petty towards your children? Because what? They did not do what you asked them to do. Because they did not allow you to control them with your money. You decide that, you know what, I'm just going to be very petty with them. Like, it just says so much about him. So you think you can pick and choose when you want to be a dad. Yeah, the children are adult, but whether I likes it or not, there is blood, there is children. So why don't you just have a relationship with them, rather than coming on the internet trying to drag them, trying to make them look stupid? Anyway, guys, let me know your thought about all this down in the comment section. Feel free to share this video with somebody because that's what we do here. We have conversation. So go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. Please, please, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like this video because this helps YouTube to push out my content, and that will be you supporting your girl. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.